Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee with Lisa. I'm Spiritual Coach Lisa Hopp. It is Sunday, November 27th, 2022. For those of you here in America, I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. And if you're traveling on this Sunday and are listening to this later, I hope that you had a safe trip home. And if you're listening to this while you're traveling, I hope you're having a good, safe trip home. I remember when I was younger, we would travel. It was so exciting. On the way home, we would hear the Christmas songs on the radio, and it just puts you in the spirit. And it was exciting for me because I got to kind of travel through New York City, which as a child was magical to go through that area. And so fond memories, wonderful memories of bygone years. So, for those of you new, thank you so much for finding this podcast, and I hope you will continue to listen. Please check me out at my website, lisahopp.com. It talks about my work, any upcoming events, which all current events are sold out, but I will be listing new ones for 2023. And it also has a schedule appointment button on every page, and you can schedule appointments wherever you are in the world. I have clients in other regions, in other countries, and because appointments are available via Zoom as well and telephone, not just in person. And for those of you coming back every week and are so kind to comment and to give your thumbs up, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you all very much. There's a very exciting time coming for me as I am in a process of really working on my inner self, because I always say, and it's true, that the best teacher, the best server has to, be the best student and have to take care of themselves. And that will lead to my topic today as well. But, I'm so grateful to be able to do the work that I do. And I am also looking forward to sharing with you my journey into becoming more of a practitioner of healing, but also my own inner healing and the journey of that. Not play by play, racked up in details, but whatever benefits me, I will share with you as far as mentors, helpers, because it's so important. It's so important that we help each other. And a reminder again, if you are on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and share. I've noticed that my subscribers are rising. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's get into the thousands. Let's make this, hopefully I can contribute to making this a joyful spot. And I'm also on Instagram under Spiritual Coach Lisa Hopp, and I think it's at Spirit Teacher, Spiritual Coach Lisa Hopp, and also on my Facebook business page, I am there under Lisa M. Hopp, Spiritual Coach and Media, but I think it's also at Spiritual Coach Lisa Hopp too, if you want to find me on Facebook. So please follow, please like, please let me know if there's any topics that you would like me to talk about. I would appreciate this so very much. It's so important during this holiday season to be in gratitude, to feel the blessings. I've been trying really hard. I've jumped into watching the Christmas shows a little bit sooner, and decorating has started earlier because gratitude thrives. And it just opens up doors and windows to opportunity, to better health, to love, to wealth, in any increased way. So it's a benefit, and anybody who is the most successful and the most financially free and the healthiest will tell you that gratitude is the way to go. It's how they start their day, and it's how they end their day, and they try to keep it all through the day as well. So keep that in mind. When you feel grateful, you will know you're feeling grateful. There is no other feeling like it. It's just a warm and fuzzy in your belly. And when you do feel that gratitude, be sure to send out that love to others. It's mental, it's emotional, it's from your being to theirs. The spoken word is wonderful too. It's important to tell people that you love them, but sometimes I think our spoken words can come up against blocks. No, a person may not be ready to hear what you have to say or not know how to feel about it or accept it. People who don't feel they're lovable have a hard time hearing, I love you. But you can send them that love too in your being, and their defenses can't stop it. It goes right through the back of them into their heart area, into that heart chakra, and then into that mind area. I want to say chakra, but to the upper mind, the crown chakra. And so that's love, love, love heals all. It's so very important. And yes, we're human. And you will have moments where you're going, at least I don't feel the love. I can't stand the world right now, but don't live there. Don't dwell there. Don't let your spoken word affirm there. Go back as fast as you can into that state of gratitude and start sending that love around, because through your healing of the earth and others, you heal yourself. It's a win, 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 win. So here is what I want to talk about today, the topic, because I have been dealing with this myself over, well, November and all of November and probably earlier, I would say, October too. I don't know. I don't really live in the past too much, to be honest, so I don't know how it went in September. But I can tell you currently I am dealing with this, and that is burnout. Burnout, and how it is just such an alarm signal. It's such a siren going off when you feel burnout. You need to stop and you need to go at it. And today I'd like to help you how to go at it, because we can't be burned out. We cannot be burned out, because if we're burned out, we have an empty vessel. And as this holiday season, it means you'll get sick. Your immune system will drop. You will get everything they're trying to scare you on the news about, such as flus and RSV, and yes, COVID too. It is still out there, and so it's real. Okay, so just even the common cold, your immune system can drop through burnout. So it's so important to center in yourself and put yourself first, and make sure that your vessel is full, that your tank is full, that you have plenty of energy, love, and it may mean being a bit of a diva. That doesn't matter if you are a man or woman. It doesn't matter. It's how it has to be. And so, with myself, I'm being challenged because there's a wait to see me. And the wait is probably, I would say about 7 weeks right now, at least. And if depending on availability. And it's been that way for a while. And my clients, not all, some just, don't say anything. They just make their appointment for the soonest. But sometimes clients say something. They ask me, why can't I get in sooner? Why aren't more days available? Are you working less? And that challenges me, because that brings up my past, where I was taught that I don't deserve time off or a vacation unless, let me I don't mind bringing up a personal moment. I don't mind doing that at all. And it's probably more than one. But the one that comes up to me, that pokes at me, is the time when I had gone out of town to live, and I came back into town. And at the time I was living with my grandmother, and I was working for a temp agency rather than having a full-time job, and I wasn't enrolled in college at all at that time. I was about 20. And an aunt in the South Carolina, had invited me to visit. And I was very happy to go. I liked the change in scenery. I liked the opportunity to visit her. But my grandmother was very much about hard work. And she wasn't in any way traditional, in the sense that I was a woman or a girl and she thought I shouldn't be working or something like that. Oh, no. Everyone should be working and working hard. So she point blank said to me, "How can you possibly think about going to see your aunt when you don't even have a job?" And that struck me. It made me feel lesser. It made me feel, as a 20-year-old that was going through a lot at that time, unworthy, not lovable. Now, she didn't mean it she meant it. But she didn't mean to hurt. She thought she was speaking a truth. She was speaking from her perceptions, from her beliefs. But I, at the time, who did not feel very lovable and was excited about seeing an aunt that I knew loved me, well, that hit hard. So when someone says to me, and nowadays it's a client, it's not someone who is personal in my life, a personal relationship. When a client says, "Why aren't you working more? Why aren't you working this day more? Why do I find no availability on this day? Are you working less?" I hear my grandmother's voice, and they don't mean it, and I don't hold it against them. It's just something that I need to heal. And things will come up in our life that show us what we need to heal. And I've talked about it. I have a particular person, it's like a therapist for me, a peer. And her reaction is, why would they say that? Or it's not their, not their issue, to ask about. She made me feel better. Because I don't know how I can work more. I'm working more. I'm not going to work on the 2 days off. I give myself Sunday and Monday. Though, the podcast is recorded on Sunday, so yes, I do. But here's the thing. I do work Sundays sometimes, but if I'm traveling, I do with groups. I do my podcast. This morning, before I got on this podcast, I did email orders. One is a channeling. One is a more predictive product. And so I did work this morning on my day off. But will I go into the office and see one-on-one because people want me to work more because I have a weight? I think that is unhealthy. And I deserve to have time off. Now I explained, and I will explain to any of you who are clients that do see me, because some of my listeners are not, unfortunately, clients perhaps that have seen me, but people, or in other parts of the world. I also do hypnosis that takes up time. I have a travel day on Friday for times when Friday's taken up by travel for groups that are outside of the office area. And I need time to get there and to rest. And there are ongoing appointments because there are life coaching sessions and things on days that take up weeks. There are classes I teach. And so I understand that when someone wants an appointment, when something has happened and they really want to talk about it, that they want to get in sooner. I understand. As I said, I don't hold it against them. But I also cannot feel so bad about it that I burn out. And I've been dealing with burnout by trying to figure out how to work more. Just the thought of it, trying to figure out how to work more, has put me in burnout. And yes, allowing more time during a day for people to book has happened. I have increased some time, but I also have to have a line. I have to have a line where I don't start opening days off or overworking My work is energetic and has actually been measured at the University of Arizona and also at Harvard. And it is found that the energy that I use is 3 times the energy of an accountant or an attorney or any professional. So when I work an 8-hour day, that's a 24-hour day in energy. Now, some of my clients will say that. They know that. They know, you use a lot of energy, don't you? They can tell when someone is letting me feel how they passed, my body feels it. When I feel the emotion of my client's grief, I'm really feeling it. I have to control that. I cannot allow that to come into an appointment. Starting to cry with my client, I can't do it. But do I feel it? Yes. I'm an empath. So I have to be very protective of myself. I remember someone coming in, and perhaps she listens to this podcast, and she said, "Are you not working Saturdays during the summer? Because there's a wait for you." Yes, that's one of the things that I do that I wish sometimes I don't have to do, because I miss out on personal engagements with working Saturdays. But yes, I work Saturdays. Yeah. If there's one day I'd give up, is a Saturday. As far as work. But yeah, I do. And so why I'm bringing up my personal journey and story for you is not to extract from you any sympathy or pity. It is to say that I am dealing with the topic of burnout myself and trying to take care of myself first and foremost and getting the lesson of it while continuing to serve others, because that's why I'm here and that's why we're all here. And also manifesting that one day people, when they look at my schedule, will say, "Wow, great, she's only a 7-week wait." I'm going to work on that more, because I know that I have peers that have over a year wait. And of course, they probably get feedback too, and maybe even more so. So hopefully, for those of you who don't want to wait, it doesn't get longer. And some people are waiting to book thinking the wait will go away, which is strange to me, but it's happening. I don't get that, because it hasn't gone away for a while. And if it were to go away, that would not necessarily be a good thing. So, yeah, it's interesting, the human mind. So I am dealing with it because my human self, the self that has dealt with the younger part of me, that dealt with someone who wasn't pleased with me. Oh, and by the way, I did end up at some point going to South Carolina. I did go. I don't know if I went at that moment or that time period, but I ended up going. And it was a great trip, and I always love it. So, because I'm dealing with it myself, I'm learning as I go about what needs to be healed, but also what I need to do for my physical and energetic body. And this is for all of you, because we're in the holiday season where you're going to be probably working, some of you, most of you, while trying to get the Christmas shopping done, while trying to get the things wrapped, while trying to attend the parties or put on the perfect dinner or host a party yourself, and so there's a lot. And the stress of having to be there in every way and just having your being split apart and knowing that you're tired. And so for some of you, it is a time, for most of us, it is a time when we miss our departed loved ones. So you also are trying to get through the holiday season while experiencing some aspect of grief. No, it's hard. This time of year is hard. And that is not a negative thing to say. It is. So even if you are not one that deals with the potential burnout of your career any other time of year, you are dealing with the potential and perhaps likely burnout of this holiday season. So it's so important to know what to let go of and what to bring into you. So here's the first thing. Forgive yourself for not being this high ball of energy that can get it all done. You got to be kind to yourself. Forgive yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself. Tell your family and your friends, if you have to, with strong voice, I need a break right now, or it's not getting done today, or the house is going to be a mess this morning. And it's all right. You're not here to be perfect. You're here to be human and to grow through that human experience and to experience happiness, joy, and love. So forgive yourself. Secondly, prioritize what is big and what is small. Is that thing that you're stressing over that huge? Today I'm late getting my podcast recorded because I had to help with Christmas. I had to be on safety watch for a Christmas decorator on the roof. So my podcast, where I would have loaded it at least a couple of hours ago, if not sooner, I had to say it's all right to do that. One time I was late and someone told me about it. Yeah. And again, that got to me. So I had to say it's okay. It's okay for it to be later morning instead of early morning. Maybe it's okay that the dishes don't get done. It's okay if the house isn't vacuumed. It's okay if you go and do something on a Tuesday instead of a Monday. It's okay if you need to take a day off from work because you need a mental health day. Whatever it's okay if you can't find that little present. It's all right. Prioritize. 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 All right? Number 3. Be the you that you would want to be. Be a new you. Be a you that says yes when you want to say yes and no when you want to say no. Again, be the diva. What is new you doing with their time? Keep the traditions this holiday season that speak to you. Let go of the habits that you no longer serve you. If you don't feel like going to the party, don't go. Just say I don't feel like it. Be honest. People will admire it even if you disappoint them. They'll be disappointed with their spoken word. But inside they'll go, wow, what a rock star. What a rock star. She's speaking her mind. He's speaking his mind. She is honoring themselves. Honor yourself. So very important. 4th, eat right. Take care of yourself physically, not just mentally and emotionally. Do a salt bath if you need to. Take a walk in nature. Not today here, it's raining. Later, should be any moment now. But inside. Eat light. Not light in starvation. Broiled greens. Plenty of water. Hydrate. Get plenty of rest, even if it means you drop everything and head to bed. I didn't get work done yesterday because I fell asleep, and that's okay. Sometimes we have to sleep. Give yourself permission to get plenty of sleep and leave things until tomorrow or the next day or the next day. The next thing, which I believe is number 5. Whatever it means for you, live in joy, live in happiness. They say laughter is the best medicine for a reason. It raises your vibration. If you get joy out of watching Hallmark Channel, watch it a lot. If you get joy out of listening to music, listen to it a lot. These, by the way, are not in any particular order. They're just a list of things that are very important to do. Many of these things could line up as number 1 easily. Whatever order you take them in is correct. But do them all. See, I remember when I was still a young adult. I'm still a young adult, but when I was a younger adult in my 20s, I can remember just the magic of noticing more red and green in the atmosphere, even red lights. I noticed, Christmas color, green light, Christmas color. I was into the magic. Get into the magic, no matter what holiday you celebrate during this time frame. Get into the magic. Because it's there, even if you can't stand this time, even if it brings back so many things to heal, find the magic. Maybe the magic is doing something that's totally unrelated to the holidays. That's fine, as long as it brings you joy and happiness. And the last thing, to prevent burnout, but also recoup from burnout. Work on that inner healing. Notice it. It goes back to forgiving yourself, but forgive others too. I loved my grandmother. She was my buddy. She passed too young. When I was too young. But I have felt her presence with me since she passed. I know she loves me unconditionally. And I forgive her for that moment. It is my job to heal that part that hears her voice in others. When people want me to work more. See what needs to heal and give yourself that blessing, that love. But remember, it may be about forgiving others. And sometimes people can do horrible things to us. But whatever you can drum up will clear and give you that health and that healing. It's not about even physical energy. It is about the higher vibration has almost like a supernatural energy. You'll be aligned with the energy of heaven, where your light is a feather and you're soaring through life. It's like the same type of energy we can have when we first fall in love. Or when we first if we have the ability to the birth of a child and all those feelings. Or just the unconditional love we can have for our children magnified. That giddiness. Get to that healing so that you have that joy, you have that gift. And it falls in line with everything else, taking care of yourself and prioritizing and forgiving yourself and finding all the joys of the season, of this time. All these are gifts. What will happen is you do have to give extra time. You'll have the energy to do it because happiness fuels. It thrives. Joy fuels. It thrives. While burnout destroys. It takes away. It's empty. So do whatever you can this holiday season into the new year and start the new year with this as an intention. I am about myself. I am lovable. I am more than enough. I am happy. I am joyful. I am worthy. I am free. I am deserving. And then watch life pay you back in immeasurable amounts. Because that's what it wants to do. That's how it's lined up. What you put out, you get back. If you put out burnout, you get back burnout. And people will help you with that. If you put out thriving and vitality and joy and happiness and blessings and generosity, that's what you give out. And understand, in closing, that people are human. People measure my time by hours that they see available. They don't see, and what they don't see available. And their assumptions. I always give more than I charge, and that time can measure. And I am happy about that. I am happy that I do give more. Give more too. Just a little bit more in any way you can. That is a good thing. It's when we reach burnout that we have to watch. No one and nothing truly wants that for us. But you're in charge. You're the one with the authority. No one else can change this but you. No one else can prevent the burnout but you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Again, please be sure to check out my website, lisahop.com. In the coming month, I will be loading more special events onto my site and other services. I'm also, once again, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I have a personal Facebook page that is my personal Facebook page. I receive friend requests quite a bit there from people that I know are trying to connect with me professionally, but that is not the page to do it on. That is my personal page, and I do not share my work there. It's so rare. It's so very rare. But I would never share an event there or anything with my work there, truly. I might share, I think I shared a video there once that I made a couple months ago. But in all honesty, it's not the place to connect with me as a client. The place to connect with me as a client is at my business page under Lisa M. Hop Spiritual Coach and Medium. So please go there, like, subscribe. There it would be, or follow there. That's the way to go, because I will tell you of upcoming events and such. And I post in lessons, inspirational lessons every Monday through Friday. which people have found very helpful, I'm happy to say. So yay! So thank you for joining me today, and I hope that you will join me again next Sunday. All the best. Many blessings. Thank you.